It's the Ace CAF Reunion Weekend 2017. And each year, as part of that reunion, there's the Continental Run. Riders coming from all across Europe, meeting up, by and large at Dover, heading north to London to join us for the weekend. And for the moment, on the Friday here, we're blessed with some good weather. But I've had the good fortune to be riding on that Continental Run. It started at Glemzek, or rather the Glemzek 101, a bike event near Stuttgart on a section of an old road race circuit called Circuit Solitude. It's a terrific event, bikes from all over Europe there, glorious weather, and a thoroughly enjoyable weekend, which is then followed, courtesy in this instance BMW, of my being lent this bike here in front of me, the R90 Cafe Racer, to ride back here to London in the company of something like 25 or 30 other riders, many of whom are also on BMWs. Fantastic machine, great power, great performance, great suspension, fantastic brakes, but it's a racer. The handlebars are low, the pegs are back here. And my experience of CAF racers is you ride them for about half an hour and you stop for a coffee, or in my case, a cup of tea. You then brag about how well you did. But this journey on the R90 would involve 8-9 hours of riding in some of the, I'd say, the toughest roads, not traffic-wise, but some of the toughest roads of mountain passes, hairpin after hairpin after hairpin. A short blast somewhere, another 2-3 miles to another whole series of hairpin after hairpin after hairpin. We've done this for 4 days with company. We don't really know each other before the ride. We've all come to know each other during the ride, and we finally get here in London through the heavy traffic of a Thursday night, get here to a cup of tea and a cigarette, and all of a sudden my back started to ache. So I'm not used to riding a CAF racer for hours and hours a day in and day out, and it's left me almost crippled. There were some Brits on this trip, which was supported by Continental tyres, hence Continental tyres here for the weekend. And there's another Brit. I think he's older than me, but he was riding one of these R90s, liveried up for Continental tyres. He doesn't just sell tyres, he tries to wear them out. And you've got to meet Graham, who represents Continental tyres here in the UK and was doing his best to represent them in Germany, France, Luxembourg and Belgium. Come and see his bike.
Hey Mark, how you feeling today?
We survived. And that was all done with an open face helmet, whereas I had the benefit, courtesy of Bell, of a full face helmet. We got caught in the rain a couple of times.
Yeah.
Stinging.
Yep, had all of that.
What a great crack.
Oh, it was a great week, wasn't it? The weather was good mainly. It was a long way to go, but you know, I think I've met you in the past. I knew you, but nobody else I'd ever met before in my life. But I feel now I've got another 25 lifelong friends. Lifelong friends, yeah.
So the R90, you've got.
Yeah, we
specially liveried.
Yeah, you know, we were really enthusiastic about this trip. We wanted reliability, performance, but we really wanted to choose something that would suit the new tyre that we have out this year, the Road Attack 3. So the BMW R90 was the perfect match. A bit of nostalgia, classic look, but we didn't want to just ride any old bike, so we took some time just to paint this one a little bit different and maybe make the German public a little bit enthusiastic about this lovely matte flat grey colour. And it was painted Wednesday night, and it got back from the paint shop, which is up in Derbyshire, in the back of my van, with the paint still drying in my van as it was coming home. So, but let me tell you, that first experience on the bike was, oh, this is different. But after, do you know what, I've covered nearly 2,000 miles in just over a week, and I've kind of got quite used to it. I really like it.
Bags of run.
Oh,
terrific brakes.
Oh, fantastic. Performance-wise,
Yeah,
absolutely brilliant.
not faultless.
A little bit juicy on the old fuel, mind.
Well, you're kind of pinning it a little
Well,
bit. There,
well, if you're trying to keep up with Connor Cummins, then that's how it is. Wasn't it a good week? I had a great time.
No, a terrific week, and if you get the opportunity to ride in the Ardennes, do it. The scenery's magnificent, the road's really exciting, not a lot of traffic, really challenging roads. Tarmac, the surfaces, overwhelmingly really good, although our routes, which had sort of been worked out beforehand, hadn't taken into account some diversions because the road works. And this is in deepest, I'd say darkest forest mountain landscape. So we wound up a couple of times, didn't we, going over sort of stone tracks, which were a little bit challenging when you're stretched out over a tank on a bit of a race bike. But
no, we made it.
we did.
Yeah.
We made it. We got here in one piece to be welcomed by chucking it down the rain this morning.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll have a good Ace reunion weekend. The Continental Run's got here.
And the weather's looking better all the time.
Yeah, it looks like it's getting better all the time.